For most airlines, the primary mode of business has been the transport of passengers from point A to point B. However, the coronavirus pandemic going on right now has, with the exception of limited flights, have left most of the traveling public grounded. With most of the global airline fleet grounded or carrying few passengers, airlines have turned to what is often an overlooked revenue source, which is that of cargo. For most of the traveling public, we often don't really pay attention to this aspect of aviation, even though, as in most cases, while we enjoy our flights in the cabin, often precious cargo could be found in the belly of the aircraft along with our checked luggage. In addition to carrying cargo in the belly of the aircraft, there are some airlines in the world that dedicate their services to cargo like FedEx and UPS, along with some of our favorite airlines who also have their own fleet of dedicated aircraft solely for carrying cargo, separate from the mainline passenger aircraft fleets. Examples of these mainline airlines with cargo fleets include Cathay Pacific, Korean Air, Emirates, and Qatar Airways, and this is just to name a few. For the air freight airlines, Asia has proven to be a lucrative market, as based on Airports Council International data, the region is home to 7 of the busiest international air cargo hubs in the world, with Hong Kong Airport being the busiest in 2019. Already a lucrative business, the current coronavirus pandemic has further prompted a spike in air cargo demand, benefiting the airlines that already offer the services and influencing airlines who don't normally take on cargo to enter this new venture for them. This spike of demand caused by the coronavirus pandemic can be highlighted in the experience of ANA Cargo, the cargo affiliate of All Nippon Airways, which according to the carrier normally would operate 1 to 2 cargo flights per month. In most cases, ANA would use the cargo hold on their passenger aircraft, but according to the Nikkei Asian Review in a report in mid-March, ANA Cargo had 68 planned flights and revenue for cargo per kilogram jumped from 50 to 100%. Since that report, it's likely that ANA Cargo has operated much more flights than that. Especially given the current situation, it's likely that time-sensitive materials like PPEs and testing kits would be better shipped by air with a shorter time of transport versus the use of seafaring vessels. For those who have dedicated part of their business to cargo, some of the airlines, especially those in South Korea and Taiwan, has seen the benefits, defying the trend in aviation by reporting profits during the second quarter of the year. The recurring theme in these reports has been the increase in cargo demand despite the downturn in passenger traffic demand. With this in mind, it has made airlines rethink their strategies for the future, which includes the tweaking of some of their aircraft in the fleet to handle cargo. A prime example of this is Korean Air, which announced it would convert one of its Boeing 777-300ERs to handle cargo. There is also now a growing number of examples coming from the low-cost airlines, with a prime example coming from Singapore's budget subsidiary Scoot, which recently converted an Airbus A320ceo to handle cargo by removing all 180 seats on the aircraft. This converted aircraft has already entered service in mid-August, and Scoot plans to convert another A320 into a cargo aircraft as well. Meanwhile, other airlines have gotten into the act, filling seats that would normally carry a passenger to carry cargo and/or fill up the belly of the aircraft. The opportunity has been so alluring that even airlines such as Zip Air Tokyo, the startup budget subsidiary of Japan Airlines, has pivoted away from its plan for launch and is now operating cargo flights to Bangkok and soon to Seoul. For the already experienced players in this field of cargo operations, they have benefited from years of experience, while some of the new players have a bit of a learning curve. Airlines used to handling just passengers such as Singapore's Scoot have now trained their pilots and flight crew in the handling of cargo in the cabin and have written guidelines for other crew to follow. To get an idea of these new standards, we could look at an example of Scoot in which their press release states, quote, "For flights operated with this aircraft, there will be a minimum of 2 pilots and 2 cabin crew on board to ensure safety and smooth operations, as well as manage any in-flight emergencies. All pilots and cabin crew are trained regularly to identify hazards and handle various emergencies, including situations involving smoke, fumes, or fire." As cargo seems to be replacing passengers for the time being, some airlines have or are updating aircraft orders, such in the case of EVA Air. The Taipei, Taiwan-based airline has converted a planned order of 7 Boeing 787-10s in favor of 4 787-9s and 3 Boeing 777 freighters, to add to the 5 that's already on EVA Air's cargo fleet. We definitely could see more of these similar moves, and aircraft manufacturers such as Airbus has now looked to accommodate this, offering kits for airlines to convert A330s and A350s for cargo operations. As airlines double down on their efforts to carry cargo, I find this more of a temporary trend, as preferably many airlines would rather have paying customers on their aircraft filling seats, and there doesn't seem to be that much room for players to offer that many competing offers for air freight services, especially in the long term. This temporary boost has been greatly affected by the need to carry supplies related to the COVID-19 pandemic response efforts, and there is going to be a time that this will end, which I hope would coincide with the easing of travel restrictions for general travel. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is Flights in Asia. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.